Maddie? All right. Let's see here. Hey, Sandrine. How are ya? So I know when I was on earlier, I started working on this bag. So this is the one I'm doing right now. I did take a long nap, which was much needed. Oh, of course, right when I start, my dog wants out. Hold on, buddy. Give me 1 second. Hold on, baby. Okay, tomorrow's your mom's birthday. I totally forgot until today. Do you have anything you can make for her? Here you go, buddy. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ooh, you can make her a card. There you go. That's a good idea. And always thoughtful. Sorry, my throat today is a little funky. Alright, so for those who weren't on earlier, let's see. We decided to make a little wristlet bag with this one. And we made a little sunflower one. Look how cute it is. I think they turned out perfect. Very pretty. And then last night I did finish up the card bag that I crocheted. And then I perfected my pattern and made it a hair bigger, but I still have to attach another, I'm going to attach this crystal to it and another button, but I like the way this one turned out. Hey, Linda. No worries, hon. Thank you for stopping in. So I like the way that one turned out. Hi, Kivia. How are you? I've got to finish sewing some bags, so I figured I might do that. I might crochet. We'll see where it goes. But as for now, I think I'm also going to do a yellow strap for the butterflies because it'll match the zipper. Plus it's very pretty. So we're going to add a yellow wrist strap. And I like these stretchy ones. And I'm kind of like a fly by the seat of my pants sewer. I don't use clips and stuff, so please don't freak out. I like that one, the one that you just showed. The bag or the crochet pouch. the crochet pouch. Yeah, I think it turned out really well. I used the, it'll fit the cards very nicely, and it'll give a little room depending on the size of the cards. So if you have a little bit of the bigger cards, it'll still fit nicely. And then I can still add the button so that then you can wind it around. And it works up really nicely. You don't have to add any extra yarn anywhere. So I do like the pattern I made for this. And if my sewing machine is too loud, please let me know. I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. I can always cut some fabric. Got some extra fuzzies attaching today, but that's okay. Where did I put my little skizzers? So what did everybody do today? Now the dog wants back in. He's so indecisive tonight. First he makes me take a nap, and then he wants to leave, and then he wants to come back. Hi, Adira. How are you, hon? All right, Gizmo, I'm coming. I'm coming, mister. Come on. How are you? I hope everybody had a relaxing Sunday. Don't you start barking at me, mister. Seriously? No, 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 mister. Hello, Gizmo. Hi, baby. Gizmo says hello, everybody. Yeah, mister, I know. Alright, we're going to add the strap up here in the top right corner. Seriously? Lay down, buddy. you speak, dog. Gizmo is also saying like and subscribe. Well, thank you. Thank you, Gizmo. All right. And I'm just going to do the corners. A couple little fringes. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you again. Very nice. So Maddie's working on her mom's gift. Is anybody else working on anything? We're almost to the most satisfying part. You're crocheting a mosaic blanket. I love that. Hi, Sila. Thank you for coming in to say hi. All right, we got one more corner. Okay, bye, Sila. Thanks for stepping in. All right, let's get our trusty snippers. This is the best part. It's so satisfying. Okay. Now let's do the flipperoo. I'm gonna have to get my trusty crochet hook. Oop. I noticed that the bottom piece didn't sew all the way. So let me go back to the sewing machine. Aha. There's the culprit. So this piece right here just didn't sew down all the way. So we are going to put another stitch across it to make sure it's secure. No biggie smalls. All right. Got it. Sometimes that happens. That's why you always check. This pattern is very forgiving, so now we should be good. Let's try that again. Yep, we're good now. Go through and do our corners. Nice. Now get our trusty roller. Where did I just set it? Hey Harper, how are you? Nice to see ya. Yeah, I really gotta move a few items here. There it is. Ah, we found you. But doggy gets her first shot tomorrow. Aw, precious. Okay. Rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, another one bites the dust. There we go. What do we think? I do love the yellows. The yellows make it pop. Thank you. Yeah. We got some fun little ones so far. Make a handful of them, see which ones people like better. I'm going to do a handful in each size. I do have to make a few more of the coffin ones too, because those are my favorites. I do them in 2 different styles. The more expensive styles with the, you like the butterflies? Yes. I do think the yellow really brings out the little yellow pieces in it. Very pretty. All right, well, we have 3 more of this style to make. So I'll let you guys pick. We have Harry Potter, moths, mothy butterflies, or Ouija. Which one? I have a massive amount of crochet for my break, or for my show this weekend, so I'm making bags for this weekend. I'll probably crochet a few more items when it gets to the day before stuff, but I wanted to have some bags, and then I got to make a bunch more earrings. But I have like 3 of those huge, like massive duffel bags full of crochet items, so I have plenty of crochet items for this weekend. So we want to do the Harry Potter next. Hey, Dorothy. All right, let's do... All right, this is a good back piece. So this will be our front piece. Jason, Helena, hi guys. Thank you for being a member for 10 months. Oh, you know what? Isn't it the first of the month? I think I can give away a couple memberships. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, awesome. All right, let's give... Yep, it's the first of the month. Let's give the next 5. See who else. Oh, yay, Shell got one. Hi, Susan. Yay. Yes, you're in the future. I'm sorry. Here in the past, it's still the first. My voice is a little crackly today, guys. Sorry about that. I got about... Did we decide it's like 6 days of antibiotics left? So hopefully the rest of this gets out of me. Alright, it's going to cut off the words. So I'm going to do it in half because it would be very random to just have it say Harry or just Potter. So let's just cut it in half so that it says neither. I think that's a good plan. You're 5 minutes in the future. Yeah, hook us up with the Powerball numbers. Alright, so for those just joining, we just finished this one. And then earlier, if you weren't here, we did this really cool oil slick one. And a sunflower, of course. And then yesterday, oh, you watched the Harry Potter marathon at the hospital? Aww. I finished up the card bag, and then I made a pattern for another one. And it's gonna get a hanging crystal and a new button. Yep, Dorothy's also in the future. Okay, let me see what... I don't know. White might be too weird. We might have to go with the black zipper. I think the black zipper is the only option. Yeah, the black does look better. That's funny, Helena. So, what is everybody's favorite Harry Potter movie? Mine will always be the first one. But my second favorite is the fifth one. Susan says the first as well. Harper hasn't watched it. Maddie says the first. Jason says the sixth, the Half-Blood Prince. Silas says one. Alright, remember guys, if my sewing machine gets to be too much, you have to let me know, and then I'll do non-sewing work. The one with the competition, so that's 4. That is the Goblet of Fire. Alright, see you later, Zyla. Is it because Rita Skeeter isn't that one? More than the others. I was watching the Great British Sewing Bee earlier today. Really? Oh my gosh, I want to see that. That sounds awesome. Oops. I'm gonna have to go for the sewing machine, but I shall try to come back. Okay, hun. In a while. Yeah, after I finish sewing the next 3 bags, then I'll probably move on to something else for a little bit if I stay on. We'll see how long my voice holds up tonight. So, thank you. I know sometimes my sewing machine could be too much. I understand. I understand. No worries. Yes, you need to go to bed, mister. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I need to see about I usually like to do a lot of sewing off camera too, because then I can just ninja it. But I do want to show you guys some of the steps. I have fun designing my own bags and patterns. Oh, nice. You finished your card. Do you guys like watching my progress on the sewing, or just want to see me cut things? Because the cutting's fun as well. But if I do run out of, I think I'm on my last bobbin. If I run out of bobbins tonight, I'll have to switch, because winding bobbins is very loud. And I won't subject you guys to that. Oh, still got some hairy, but it's okay. It's not as much. So we'll be okay. I will say that my first Hobie yarn purchase is finally in customs, and I'm super excited to get it. guys are quiet tonight. Is anybody else going to be starting seedlings soon? If so, what are you going to plant? I'm going to start some pepper seeds, my tomatoes and cucumbers, and probably going to start a few more herbs. Yes, nice new yarn to see. I know, I'm so excited. You cannot plant yourself. I will tell you, one of the most satisfying things for me is playing in the dirt. I love playing in the dirt. I cannot wait. And I found out that my cat likes to dig in my garden beds, so she is going to help me because I'm going to have her help me dig. Because you don't have roots, so you're not going to grow. Yes, I got some chocolate pepper seeds. Yes, you can play in the dirt. Dirt is good for you. Chocolate bubblegum mustards. Oh my. I really love this blue on here. It's very striking and beautiful. Don't you fall. Something across my room just started moving. Please don't fall. The ghosts are playing with me. The color bleeds into the stems. Where do you blow the bubbles? You don't want to know. Yep, see? Even Jason said, yeah, you don't want to know. I may have to get some pots to plant in. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to be using my raised garden beds this year. Only because I'm still dealing with my CIU, so I don't want to plant too many because I won't be able to upkeep if I'm having more, flare-ups. So small this year, but I have to have them. I need my tomatoes, I need my cucumbers, I need my kiwis, some peppers. I need it all. I understand, Maddie. You could grow peppers. They love the heat. Oh, I gotta switch out my foot. The other good thing that I learned is that, especially in pots, make sure on the topsoil you put down a layer of mulch, because then you won't have to water as often and it'll keep the temperature regulated for you. Welcome back. From what I've heard, the hotter the sun, the hotter the pepper. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's okay, you can fall asleep. Everybody needs some rest. I don't take it personally. I fall asleep on people's lives all the time. We were in Mesa a few years ago. It was 117 and I thought I was going to perish. Way too hot. Yes, it was pretty hot. Not gonna lie, that was way too hot for me. Which nowadays I am cold all the time, so I don't know. But with my hives, we don't want to be in hot weather. No, thank you. So, not a good idea. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. I think their body acclimates to it. Hopefully they're drinking lots of water. I'm very hydrated. It is supposed to be 80 in Maryland this week and then snow again. I know, the weather this year is so weird. Yeah, when we went to Arizona, we went to visit my great-grandpa before he passed. He's the one who was the original cross-stitcher in my family. He's such a sweetheart. Let me see here. And he would do plastic canvas. He like built all of the girls in the family their own dollhouse with all the pieces, which is something that I want to do, but in a version of a haunted house. Alright, here is my grandpa. He was an amazing, amazing man. He was a sweetheart. He lived to be 97. I know. I miss him. He was so great. It's okay. He lived a full life. He even got some great grandkids. right? My great-grandma lived to be 99. Awesome. But yes, he's where a lot of my craftiness comes from. Okay, let's add, where did my straps go? I'm going to add a blue one because I want it to pop out. Hey Lori, I did finish up yours in the background. How are ya? Actually, it's either this one. Actually, I think I like this blue better. Which one do you guys think for this? For the Harry Potter. Or I could do a white strap. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Hey, Yarn Crochet. The dark one. The light blue. I feel weird, but not terrible. My Mima potato head kept falling over, so I said she was having dizzy spells. That's great. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should do the white. I think the white will be a better contrast of color. Good eyes, guys. Good eyes. Yes, I like the white too. The blues are pretty, it's just they have a different color contrast. Alright, so let's put our little strap in the top. I am making right now, I'm sewing some little bags together for my show this weekend. Little wristlet bags. I have 3 massive of those mover size totes or big huge duffel bags full of plushies, so I kind of really don't need any more plushies, but I definitely need some more like purses or earrings and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I really need to stop crocheting for a minute and make something else. Yeah, we never know what you're gonna say. Oh, but I did, for those who just joined, I did finish up my little card pouch from yesterday. And then I decided to make the pattern a little bit bigger. So I did another one. I just didn't put the button on it or the crystal. So I made it just a little hair bigger so that there's a little extra room. Yeah, it was pretty warm today. I wasn't gonna take a nap, but the dogs knew I needed a nap, so they forced me to lay down. All right, let's finish up this bag. Let me get the little strap in here. Yeah, Helena never told us which Girl Scout cookie she wanted. So you gotta save her some of those Thin Mints, honey. You need to come back to Colorado. Yes, you have a bunch for her to choose from. Okay, let's do the corners. Okay. 2 more corners. Alright, now is the fun part with the fun scissors. Not right now, only because then I'd have to move my whole camera setup and then I won't be able to get it back to where I need it. Once I finish setting up my room, I'll make it to where you guys can see my sewing machine. I've tried the other setup, but if I move my camera the other way, then you can't really see what I'm working on, so all right. You guys ready to see it? One bite for you, one bite for me. All right, where's my trusty crochet hook? Beautiful. Bam. All right, there you have it. A nice little pouch. Oh, all right. I think I'm going to cut some more yarn because my bobbin is on the last leg, and like I told you, I'm not going to wind my bobbins on live. So now I'm going to cut yarn or fabric. Thank you guys. So I'm also going to make some smaller ones, but since I found my ramen fabric, I'm very excited. Oh, I am a big Harry Potter fan. One of the biggest. But yes, it's for the shows. It's not for me, unfortunately. I can't make all the stuff for me because then I would have nothing to sell. Alright, let's see. I have my mini bag versions. And then the mini wristlet versions. Okay. And then we got my little coffin. I make a bunch of random, like, templates. So, I heard my father instead of my bobbin. My bobbins. Yeah, I kind of ran out of full bobbins. I've used them all up. I have about 20 at a time, so I need to wind some bobbins. Hi, Timmy. So now we're going to cut some fabric. Okay, so earlier I came across the little bit of ramen fabric I have left, and I was so excited because they make cute little bags. Look at the little ramen fabric. I think it's adorable. Oy. I know, right? So I think I'm actually going to extend it so I can just do these in half and make them long wristlets, which is what's going to happen. Because I have the gummy bears underneath. So let's do oh really? I might need to get a new blade soon. So I'm going to do some gummy bear little pouches and some ramen pouches too. Just because, I mean, who doesn't love gummy bears? I'm doing great. Just got done watching the Japanese Power Rangers episodes. Oh, fun. Okay, what other fabric is in my vicinity right now? Oh, we got some more Harry Potter. Let's Harry Potter it up. That's a rotary cutter. Like a pizza cutter, but for fabric, exactly. Yeah, it's a rotary cutter. It's for fabric. It's very sharp. Do not touch it. Alright, let's see. I want... See, these are just kind of like a template. I make them all different sizes. I just wing it. I don't like to waste precious fabrics, so as long as they're even, that's what we go with. Sometimes when I cut off little ends and stuff, I just kind of leave it for whatever shape it turns out to be. Because I have zippers in all sizes. So, I mean, they don't all need to be perfect. They can be different sizes. You know? So even though this one is different size than this one, it doesn't matter. It'll still be pretty. So when I go to give it like an insert or a liner, I just cut it to this piece that's already cut. And since this piece is at a fold, I'll just leave it folded. Hey, Babs. Alright, so I do have a couple pieces of this sunflower left, and I'm actually going to make like a zipper pouch out of this one. Like a long ways zipper pouch. So let me get rid of the end here. And then I'm essentially going to just fold it in half because I love the big sunflowers on it. So I don't want to cut those off. I want it to be like a focal piece for it. I'm going crazy here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There you are. I'm like, where did my massive scissors go? Alright, so those pieces are going to be a bigger piece. You guys see how my weird brain works, right? Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, I want to cut some little Pop-Tart fabrics. And the Hedwig fabric. Yes, I'm making lots for people to choose from. I adore this Hedwig fabric. But I do wanna, oh, you didn't line up. Oh, please, let me fold again. Bless you, Gizmo. Okay, hold on, baby. Yeah, I bought the Pop-Tarts purposely for making little Bob-Tart pouches. Okay, mister, I hear you. Aw, thank you, Timmy. That's very kind of you. So I found this Hedwig fabric at Michael's, actually. It was probably a few years ago, though. There you go, Gizmo. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. Okay, so because of the way he's positioned, I have to do it long ways because he's standing up. So flippin' cute. Makes me so happy. Thank you for sharing it out, Timmy. So I can usually get 2 and then a section to make a couple smaller bags. And like I said, I don't do any precise measuring for my small bags. Nothing is that serious. You know what I mean? So much cuteness. Okay, we got those ones. Now for these ones, I might just, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them in half and make two smaller little pouch bags. Like I said, all different sizes. There we go. All right. I love 8-Bit Mario and Yoshi. One of my faves. Super Mario World is probably the best Mario game ever. Who agrees with me? And one of the reasons why is because you get all the different colored Yoshis. Alright, so it's a hair over. Tappy paws alert. I know, you hear him. Alright. Got a Mario one. Okay, let's find an edge. I have quite a bit of yardage of this. I want to say I have 2 yards. Maybe more. But I think we need some little mini Bob Tart pouches. What do y'all think? When I am, do I act like tuber chat? Yes. Yeah, you're gonna have a little crease. How many hours have you been on? An hour and 20 minutes this time. I was on for like 2 hours earlier. Multi-bob tarts. Exactly. We're going to have bob tart fun time. How are you, Dan? You just watched a goat give birth. I've seen a goat give birth. All right. My sister-in-law used to have goots. All right. Let's do it this way. Okay. Have you seen the new Scream 7 movie yet? I've seen the trailer. I do want to watch the movie. Yeah, that's amazing, Dan. Alright, let me move my little Mario. Gonna have lots of Bob Tarts, y'all. The cool thing about these is I'm going to show you something. I'm going to save these little pieces at the end, and I'm going to add them onto a crocheted Pop-Tart. What do you think? I think it would be funny. Pop-Tart Inception, exactly. Exactly. Alright, is everybody bored yet? Bob-Tart Halloween Bob-Tart costume. I am waiting to see the new Mortal Kombat movie. It comes out on May 8th. Yep, it's got a little ways out. You're having a rest from crocheting. I really want to crochet too, but I need to make something else besides crochet because I have an overabundance of crochet items available. So I'm trying to be good. Hi, Jem. How are you? I am currently melting. Please don't melt. Okay, I did the folding off camera because there's a lot of yardage here. It was good to see how to make a bag. Right? It is March. Why is it so hot? I make bags in multiple ways. This is my easy bag make. These ones I don't sell for too much. But then you still get a cute bag for not as hefty a price. Is Pop-Tart the lining or the outside? No, Pop-Tart is the star. It's the outside. It's going to be close to 60 tomorrow in Washington. That's hot for us. Oh yeah. I don't know how much more fabric I want to cut without sewing. So, what do you line your bag with? So, sometimes I do fun liners, like if I'm going for a more expensive bag, I use other fun cottons. Or for the ones I was just making, I have iron on, where'd it go? I have iron on cotton pellin. So it's already cotton on this side, but it's a fusible iron on that side. Hi, Gizmo. And it also gives it that stability, so it's a little bit more stable. So it just depends on what I'm doing. Breaking news, Hawkeye summer expected for Dan and his fellow citizens. Gizmo? Oh, it's my medication time. That's why Gizmo's alerting me. Good boy. Really? Are you ready to go? Wow, the look he's giving me, guys. You were thinking iron on? Yeah, so some of my bags I do like a craft fuse sticker line on, iron on, and then do a full liner, like some of my coffin bags with the faux leather backs, things like that. So those are more for like the strappy bags to go over your shoulder, things like that. I'll give you an idea. So like in my coffin bags, they get a liner, and then they also have a thicker back, and then they get the stabilizer inside as well. So they're more durable. No, I'm not going to show the puppy tonight. I think I am probably going to go for tonight because I'm going to go take my medicine, maybe eat something real quick, and I might wind some bobbins so I can sew some more. I don't want to cut too much fabric without actually sewing them together, because then I'll have piles and piles of cut fabric. You know what I mean? So, but since I went on earlier, I think it'll, even out. So we got to make a few bags tonight. And you got to see me cut some fabric. So I will be back tomorrow sometime. Who knows when. I have a few errands to run. I got to drop off a lot of stuff at the post office. I have a massive bag full. So I will see you lovely people tomorrow. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Don't forget to stay crafty. Bye, guys.